The Cleveland Water Alliance launched smart buoys into Lake Erie for the season. They guard against algal blooms and other problems, as well as monitor our drinking water before it gets processed. 3 News meteorologist Peyton Domschke explains how Lake Erie is growing smarter.
These buoys provide us hours of advance notice.
These are smart buoys. Basically, they are floating laboratories collecting water temperature, wave height, and detecting what's in the water. The 4 buoys protect the Lake Erie drinking water of 1.4 million Ohioans served by Cleveland Water. The buoys were originally designed to warn about harmful algal blooms.
We've never had a harmful algal bloom toxin detection in our raw water ever at any of our 4 plants.
But algal blooms are not the only threat. Last year, the Cleveland Water Alliance was able to pilot a hypoxia warning system using the buoys.
And that's where the water becomes oxygen starved. It's a big headache for our water utilities.
Lake Erie is now a smart lake because of all the buoys that are connected to the internet, making the information available to everyone.
So Cleveland Water can use it to look below the lake, and the boaters can understand what's happening above the lake.
The network of buoys is growing. Soon every county along the Lake Erie coastline will have this information.
Later this summer, we're going to come back and put out 10 more buoys across all of the Ohio waters of Lake Erie.
These advancements make our lake one of the most studied bodies of fresh water on the planet, something unthinkable years ago.
That's science fiction. Science fiction is actually reality today.
We're turning Cleveland into a center of freshwater technology, freshwater innovation.
Peyton Domschke, 3 News.
Wow. Gotta love those little laboratories out there. And you know, there's National Data Buoy System, National Weather Service and NOAA buoys that are out in the lake. Those are huge. They sit out in very specific places. They are lat long, you know.
Are they fixed?
Specified. Most of them are. They're still deploying them at this point.
Right.
But those sit out there, and those are the ones that give us the water temperatures of the surface and stuff like that. This is in addition to that. So these are kind of sweet.
Information is power. So Bets, let me ask you this, because I'm curious. What would be the benefit to knowing in advance that those algal levels are increasing?
Well, there's toxins in the water that come along with those, and you don't want to, bring that into your water systems and whatnot.
So before we'd have to wait until we could see them visibly with our eyes.
As far as I know, remember last year or the year before, Toledo actually had a huge advisory.
Is that where it usually happens in the Western Basin?
The Western Basin is shallower and it's warmer. It's also where the mouth of the Maumee comes out. Maumee, of course, a big tributary coming out of Indiana.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is carrying a lot of fertilizer. So there's a
from the farmers,
huge influx of all of
and
the
that makes
phosphates
it worse.
and all of that fertilizer gets in there, and it just makes that algal bloom go banana.
Fascinating.
It really is. It's
Kinda
a big
cool.
system, and it all kind of churns together.
Yeah.